Hey, Janet, I saw you. Bob took out the trash this morning.
Good morning, Susan. He always takes out the trash. Is there a problem?
Of course it's a big problem. What kind of a wife makes her husband do the housework?
I think it's okay for him to take out the trash. I work full-time and...
So what? Don't you worry about what your neighbors will think? You're embarrassing him. Isn't it a wife's role to do the housework? I've never had my husband help me with any of the housework in my life.
I don't know about your time, but times have changed. Nowadays, it's normal for a husband and wife to share the household chores. Besides, I do all the housework except for taking out the trash. In fact, I'd even like him to help out more with the housework.
Janet, why don't you become a housewife?
Huh?
Because I feel sorry for him. He works so hard every day, but he's being pushed around by his wife.
No, I don't push him around. I have no intention of becoming a housewife. I mean, if I don't work, he'll be in trouble too.
Oh my God, you are a rude wife. Are you trying to say that my son has a low salary?
No, it's not that he doesn't have a good salary.
He's an elite who graduated from a famous university and got a job at a big company. And you think nothing of letting him throw out the trash? You're being too brazen, you know.
Susan.
If it's going to be like this, I should never have allowed you to marry him. I was against him getting a cocky wife like you. You get carried away just because you work. I wanted my precious son to marry a girl who was kind, sweet, and would take a back seat to her man.
Huh.
If you don't improve your attitude, I'll have him live with us.
What?
I feel bad for him if he can't rest at home, even though he works hard. I'll take care of him for you.
Oh, no. Then what's the point of living in a two-family house? We promised not to interfere in each other's lives, didn't we?
It can't be helped. You're not fulfilling your role as a wife. In order to protect my precious son, I have to say what I have to say as a mother-in-law.
I told you that nowadays it's old-fashioned to say that a wife should be like this.
Oh dear, are you still trying to talk back? Well, I'd be happy to have you leave.
Huh?
Anyway, Janet, you need to be more aware of what it means to be a wife. Don't forget that I'm always keeping an eye on you.
Huh.
Janet, I need to talk to you again.
Susan, I'm at work right now. If you want to talk, can we do it when I get home?
I was actually going to do that, but I just felt like I had to say it now. I just couldn't wait.
Oh, what's going on?
I heard you're paying off your debt.
Debts?
I heard it's quite a lot of money. Why did you keep something important from me?
Huh?
When I heard this, I thought it was really good that I could hear the truth because we lived together in a two-family house. Still, I was shocked. I had no idea that you were hiding such an outrageous secret from me.
What are you talking about?
Stop playing dumb. I just happened to overhear you and Bob in the middle of the night last night. You said you're paying back $3,000 a month, and you still have a long way to go? I wonder how much you owe. If it's that big, why didn't you talk to us sooner?
Oh, you heard that, didn't you?
Yes, I am.
At our current pace, it's going to take us 4 or 5 years to complete the repayment.
Oh dear, you have that much debt.
Yes, we do. Actually, He started investing without consulting me. We got into this debt because he was quite reckless with that financing. In the end, I'm now burdened with $3,000 a month on my own.
It's crazy that it costs you $3,000 a month to pay off the debt. As a mother, I can't ignore a situation like this.
I know, but now he is...
I can't believe you put such a burden on him.
Huh?
You mean you're paying back your debt from his earnings, right? And that's $3,000 a month.
Huh? No, it's the opposite. It's not my debt, it's his debt.
You're lying. Are you trying to put the responsibility on him?
No, it's his debt, not mine.
I'm so stunned. You're a wife, but instead of neglecting the housework, you're trying to get your husband to take over the debt you owed. I can't believe how terrible you are. Come to think of it, your attitude at that time when you were talking about the debt, you said terrible things about him.
You
looked down on him and said, "Do you realize you owe money? You have to pay it back." It's really disgusting that he has to be told such a thing, even though it is your debt. He is sweet, so he may not have said anything back to you, but do you have any idea how much pain he is going through?
Susan, please calm down. I'm not blaming him. I'm trying to solve the problem together.
Get a divorce.
What?
As a mother, I can't let my son suffer any longer.
You don't want to listen to me.
Well, that's not going to get you out of debt.
Well, no. There doesn't seem to be any point in talking to you who's agitated, not listening. Let's talk again later when you've cooled down.
Huh?
I'm still at work, and if you'll excuse me for a moment.
There's nothing to talk about with you. Also, I'm going to have him sleep on our side. I'm afraid he's going to have a mental breakdown if he stays with you, who is covered in debts.
I see. Excuse me.
Janet, I think we're done.
Huh? What's wrong? You suddenly...
My mom told me yesterday. Actually, she said she heard our conversation.
Oh, I got a message from her too. I think she's mistaken, but...
Let's get divorced.
What? You were still half asleep.
I'm not sleepy. I miscalculated that my mom found out about the debt, but she unexpectedly offered me a helping hand.
A helping hand? What do you mean?
She said, if you get a divorce and move out, you won't have to worry about money. So let's get a divorce.
Huh. Okay. But I don't know if that's what you call a helping hand.
I'm sure my mom has something in mind for me. I know I put you through a lot, but it should be easier from now on.
No, I don't think she thinks anything of it.
I didn't want her to worry, so I didn't tell her about the debt until now. If she's going to be on my side, I should have talked to her about it from the beginning instead of hiding it from her. I don't need you anymore because Mom will take care of it, and I'm sick of you talking down to me like you're above me. Let's divorce now.
I never talked down to you.
No, you've always looked down on me. Just because you work, you're trying to force me to do the housework.
The only housework you do is taking out the trash. And I collect the trash. And you just take it to the dump, which is a short walk away.
But my mom says you're a bad wife if you make your husband take out the trash.
Oh my God. Like mother, like son.
What?
I'm about to catch a train, so I'll see you later.
Janet, let's just say we're getting a divorce, okay?
I can't just talk about such an important thing on WhatsApp. Let's talk about it when I get home from work.
Janet, you should be done with work by now, right? Yes, but what's wrong? You should get ready to move out as soon as you get home today. What? Moving? Why? While you were at work, I packed up some of your stuff. Now you can move it out to your parents' house or wherever you want. There's no place for you in this house anymore. Wait a minute. Why do I have to leave? Because we're getting divorced. I said we'd talk about it when I get home. We don't have a choice but to get a divorce. Now that Mom is on my side, I don't need you anymore. Get out of my house. Huh. You okay with that? Yeah, fine. You won't regret it? I don't think so. My mom can handle it. An arrogant bitch like you? Get the hell out of here. You don't even want to talk about it? It's too much trouble. You're just going to be condescending. Well, it's better for me too because I'll have less financial burden. I see. Then let's call it a divorce by mutual consent. Janet, you're surprisingly understanding. I'm really starting to see you in a new light. What? I heard it from Bob. You accepted the divorce easily. It must have been a shame to let go of an elite guy like Bob. I thought it was going to be more trouble than it was. I didn't expect you to be so understanding. Now that you're gone, we can finally live a peaceful life together as a family. Huh. Well, if you say so, it's fine with me. Oh dear, you're still so cocky. You were wasting money and paying back $3,000 a month. I don't want a daughter-in-law who spends money too much, so get out. Yay, I'm leaving. Huh? Hey, what's with your attitude? Why are you so happy? Bob feeds you. If you get kicked out, you might end up on the street, you know? No, I'm working so I don't have to live on the street. Susan, you see me going to work every day, don't you? Yes, I do. You're just a part-time employee, so your salary is very little. It is obvious that Bob, who works for a major company, earns more than you. Your salary doesn't even cover your living expenses. You live off of his earnings anyway. You must have fooled around with your salary. Huh. You haven't noticed that he hasn't gone to work for the past year or so, haven't you? Well, I know he's been home a lot, but I guess he must be working remotely or something. I heard you can usually work from home now as long as you have a computer. I've been keeping up with the world's trends, so I didn't have to check with Bob. Is that so? That's amazing. Like mother, like son. What's with that tone? Well, I'll take it as a compliment. Well, actually, he doesn't work remotely. Huh? Then I'll move out tomorrow. I'll be packing tonight, so please bear with me if I'm making noise at midnight. Yes, it would be like music to me, considering you're preparing to leave this house. Get the hell out of here. I understand. Well then, thank you for all your help until now. Goodbye. Bob, I see you're still sleeping, but I'm leaving today. Huh? Leaving? Why? Are you still half asleep? Well, it's okay. You're the one who asked me to leave. Huh? Yeah. This month's payment for the debt is due tomorrow. Don't come crying to me. What the hell? You're being so loud. I'm sleepy. You're the one who asked for a divorce. Don't complain about this and that later. We're strangers from today. Okay. Let me sleep. Bye. Susan, I know you're probably still in bed, so please excuse me just texting you. I'm leaving today and I won't be back. Huh? Janet?
Please live happily with your family from now on.
What? I'm sleepy. Can we talk later?
Thank you for your help. Excuse me.
Hey, Janet, where are you? Answer the phone.
Where are you? Of course I'm at work this time of day.
I have something important to tell you.
What is it, Bob? I'm at work right now. What's going on? If you want to talk, can you just text me and make it quick?
Come back home.
Huh?
No divorce.
What are you talking about? You asked for a divorce just the other day.
Mom made a terrible mistake. She thought the debt was yours, and she mistakenly thought I was the one paying back the $3,000 each month.
Yeah, so?
So she said that if I divorced you, I wouldn't have to help pay off the debt. That's why she wanted me to divorce you.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Huh? You knew that?
I tried to tell her that it was your debt, but she wouldn't listen to me. I tried to explain it over and over again, but she never listened. So I decided to let it go. You're the one who owed the money, and you should have explained it to her in the first place.
Well, that's true.
But after she cooled down, I thought the three of us should talk. But you wanted a divorce from me too.
Well, maybe.
So since a divorce would mean no more financial burden for me, then I'll just get a divorce. So I said,
No. No, 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 no. I'll get in trouble if you don't help me to pay my debts.
I won't get in trouble.
Please. I'm sorry that I told you to leave. I'm so sorry.
I don't care if you're sorry now. I'm not going back.
Oh no.
Well, I'm at work, so if you'll excuse me.
Janet! Janet! Divorce is off!
Now it's you. I'm at work.
Janet, I'm sorry I misunderstood you. I thought you were in debt, and I told you to get a divorce. I don't blame you anymore. Let's live together again, okay?
You know...
Janet, you should have told me the truth. Why didn't you correct me? Bob is the one who owes money. I can't believe that he owes it to my uncle.
Bob should have told you in the first place. At least I told you that the debt belongs to him. You interrupted me, insisted that it was my debt, and told me to divorce. You don't deserve to complain.
I mean, how could you, a mere part-timer, pay back $3,000 a month? So I misunderstood.
I'm not a part-timer.
What? But you said you work in a restaurant.
Yes, that's right. But I'm not a part-timer.
Huh? So you're a full-time employee?
That's not it either. I manage 10 restaurants that I inherited from my late grandfather.
You're a business owner?
Yes, I am.
Even though you're a woman?
There are many female business owners nowadays.
What? But why did you inherit your grandfather's stores? Normally, your father would have taken over.
My father was already an executive at another company. I was the only one in the family interested in running a restaurant.
That's how you were able to pay off $3,000 a month.
By the way, Bob is unemployed.
Huh?
He had a trouble with a coworker a year ago, and he quit on the spur of the moment. He's been unemployed ever since.
He got his severance paid, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Of course, he used it to pay off his debts, but it wasn't a lot because he worked there for just a few years. So I paid it myself.
I see. Then I'll be asking you to continue to do so.
Huh?
Actually, I got a call from my uncle reminding me that he hasn't transferred this month's payment. So, as usual, I need you to wire him the $3,000 by the end of the day. No, what are you saying to a stranger who divorced your son? But you're the one who asked me to divorce. You guys should find a way. Janet, I'll be living on a pension from next year. My husband has been gone for a long time. I don't know what to do. I have an unemployed son and he's in debt. If you'll excuse me. Janet! After that, my ex-husband and ex-mother-in-law persistently contacted me to get back together. I blocked them because they were annoying me. We divorced because of debt. I wasn't happy about his attitude toward me and living with Susan. I think it was the right decision to leave him. By the way, my ex-husband's debt, which I had shouldered, was fully refunded by her uncle, who he owed it to. He said, I will make him pay it in full so that he can learn his lesson. The two were hired as menial laborers in her uncle's company, where they get pushed around days on end. After the divorce, I moved out of the duplex and started living alone in an apartment. I am now free from the people who were the source of my stress, and I'm spending my days happily and freely. In fact, I am planning to open my 11th restaurant soon. I am getting more and more enthusiastic about my work.